I recently got asked this question and I had to make a podcast out of it. If you ask this question, you know who you are. The question was, what do you feel is the number one thing that holds people back from their dreams? And as someone who turned their passion into their paycheck, and I've never approached career and money from a place of what can I do to make money? However, if you're anything like me and you have that entrepreneurial spirit and you've always felt deep down that you were built for more, that you were not meant to work at a job or a 9-to-5 or a gig, you always knew you were meant for more, for deeper impact, for big wealth, all the things, then you probably are following your passion. And that's exactly what happened with me. And if you watch my recent podcast, End of an Era, you have a little bit of an insight into that. And over 5 years of having my coaching business, 7 years of being a women's nutrition and training coach, and 3 years of being a mindset coach for high performing entrepreneurs, fitness coaches, life coaches, etc., you name it, at PTBI, Personal Trainers Business Incubator, shout out Zach, my dog. There is a lot of reasons why someone might be held back from their dreams, but it always comes down to these two main themes. They all are subconscious. So before we go into these two main things, understand the subconscious and how it works, because this isn't a mindset issue. And if you're listening to this, you probably listen to a lot of podcasts. You probably consume a lot of self-development books, and they absolutely help change your frame of thought. They absolutely help change your perspective and create these neural shifts that open up your brain to think a different way and expand your mind. And we love that. However, if you notice that you're still consuming this information, you're investing in courses, you're investing in mentors, but your action isn't matching the level of consistency that you know that it could. Or maybe your action does match the level of consistency you know that it could, but the result doesn't match the effort through which you are putting in. So let's say you're posting 6 days a week, or you're doing X, you're doing Y, you're doing Z, but the result doesn't match that, or you know what it is that you want, but your consistency isn't there. So maybe you post and then you ghost. I've done that plenty of times. So this comes down to two main things. If we understand that our subconscious is responsible for 95% of our reality and our results, then we understand that that is when we heal that and we shift that and we rewire that, then the outside changes. We cannot solve a subconscious problem with a conscious solution. 5% is the conscious mind. So when we say the subconscious, we mean your nervous system. We mean how your body feels safe and what your body feels safe with. Two things holding people back from their dreams. Number one, the subconscious, meaning you're not thinking this every day. Alexis, get to the point. What is it? What if I do this and I fail and it confirms that I was never good enough? What if I do this and I fail and it confirms everything that everybody says around me is right and I was wrong? Even though you deep down that that's bullshit. It's not about what you think on the day-to-day. It's about what you feel. But I usually don't find it has anything to do with other people, at least for the people that I work with. It usually comes down to not being good enough, not being perfect enough, not feeling deserving of the success, of the ease, of the pleasure, of the joy, of the abundance, even though you know that you are. That fear of not being good enough. This can show up when you're posting online. This can show up in business. It shows up everywhere. The other fear, and this is one that a lot of people don't think about, the fear of stepping into your own power. Lexi, what do you mean the fear of stepping into my own power? I'm not afraid to step in my own power. I do everything I can to step into my own power. Actually, if you think about it, our nervous system sees anything that's too intense, it causes a contraction. And fear causes a contraction, but also the intensity of your own power can cause a contraction. The intensity of when you think about that dream life, it gets you so excited, but when you go to do the work and because you know that you're powerful, that you could actually make it happen, the intensity of having everything I've ever wanted, actually manifesting my dreams, what the fuck does that look like? And then we shrink and we hide, or we procrastinate, or we work on tasks that have nothing to do with the thing that are actually going to get us where we want to be. There's this quote by Marianne Williamson that changed my life. And this was happening when I was falling into unconscious behaviors of just not moving the needle forward, working on a bunch of random shit, but not the thing that was going to move the needle forward, etc. And I asked God for a sign. I walk into a Starbucks, I'm getting my little coffee, and I look up to the right And there's this quote on the wall, and it's from Marianne Williamson. And essentially what the quote on the wall says is, our greatest fear is not that we are incapable. Our greatest fear is that we are, I'm going to butcher it, is that we are, let me just pull it up. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And this is from the book, A Return to Love, Course in Miracles. An amazing book, recommend. But that felt so true for me. And I'm so grateful for God, my spirit guides, the universe in that moment for showing me that, because I would have never known that it was the fear of my own greatness. I would have never known that it was the fear of the intensity of what would it actually feel like to step into my own power and get everything I wanted. The guilt of feeling like making the money and impacting lives and doing what I love and being my beautiful, radiant, hot self would trigger other people, would make other people insecure. There was this intelligent part within myself, and it's still something I'm working through, that understands the more that we shine our light, the more that we trigger the darkness within others, the shadows within others, because it shows everything that they are not claiming in their own lives. And that is scary. And that is a very smart survival mechanism, but it keeps you in the same loop. And if you want to know why it's holding you back, that's what's holding you back. So how do we move through that? How I've moved through that in the past is allowing myself to feel the sensation of that greatness, to really sit, to visualize, to breathe, to put on music, to dance, to enjoy, to be in celebration, to be in gratitude for all that I have and all that I've built already, and to feel the goosebumps, to feel the electricity move through my body without it short-circuiting. And something that one of my mentors, Anna, taught me is to slowly tap either on your arms or on your thighs. This actually anchors the sensation into your body, which makes your body feel more safe and familiar with this sensation of electricity and celebration and goodness that would be your everyday life, and is when you choose to step into the frequency of gratitude and abundance now, because you already are, no matter what is going on in your life. You have a roof over your head, you have a beating heart, you have legs, I hope, and if you don't, you have fucking arms. And there's so much to be grateful for. The gratitude, the abundance is not in some dream far in the future. It is in the now. A powerful book, if you do want to read, is The Power of Now. That book is fucking amazing. Because as go-getters, we're always caught up in the future, like the vision. And that's beautiful. But don't forget the beauty of the now and all that you've already done and all that you're becoming now. So let's take a deep breath, soak it in, and I hope this message served you well. Lastly, we are going to rapid fire what to actually do to start stepping into your highest potential. Number one, you're going to do one thing a week that's going to get you out of your regular environment. I truly believe the environment that we've been in is so tied to the old identity. And the way that our subconscious works is that it's looking for triggers and cues to trigger new patterns that are connected to old neural pathways, aka the old identity. So do one thing a week that gets you out of your regular environment. Maybe that is working at a luxury hotel and putting yourself in the frequency of, I am the CEO, I am this kind of person. Maybe it's upgrading your gym membership, even if it costs a little bit more a month, into a gym that makes you feel more aligned with your higher self versus where you're at right now, if you can. This is just an example. Maybe it is working at a bookstore or changing the way that you hang out on the weekends. Maybe instead of going out every weekend, maybe you suggest to your friends to go paddleboarding or something. These are just random ideas that I have off the top of my head. But getting out of your regular environment, especially when we're so on autopilot a lot of the times with work and school and family, it can be really difficult at times to pull yourself out of that. Also, if you can't or you feel like it's really hard, also there's no such thing as can't. There's only such thing as I won't or I'm not willing. Clock that. Is to change something in your environment that'll signal the new identity. This could be as simple as moving the furniture around. This could be as simple as livening up and romanticizing your home a little bit more, cleaning up, getting rid of clutter. These things will signal a new identity and a new timeline 100%. The thing is to make sure that physiologically you're supporting yourself. It is really difficult for your body to feel safe in a new timeline and your highest potential if we're barely meeting the bare minimum needs for ourselves. So proper nutrition, proper sleep, meditation or breath work, journaling, something that is consistent, not something that you do intensely for a period of time and then you fall off for a longer period of time. This is why we have Quantum Body Wellness, my one-on-one coaching service where I work directly with you. You're not working with assistant coaches, you're working with me in order to build these habits, build the lifestyle. If that's something you're interested in, you can book a free discovery call with my strategist first for 10 minutes. And then if you're feeling aligned, we can hop onto the further call. How to prepare your body to hold the next timeline. If you're fucking stressed, you're dehydrated, you're not eating enough, your gut health is fucked, how the hell do you think you're gonna step into your next potential? So just start there. This is why Quantum Body Wellness, my coaching service, tends to be the stepping stone to the rest of their life. It's like the gateway drug to your dream life and dream career and all the things. Ladies, protect your energy. That's your fucking job. Daily grounding, spiritual hygiene. This means, again, breath work, your routines, your fitness, your nutrition. All of this stuff is connected. Have boundaries with people. Learn to speak up. Look up throat chakra healing if you have a hard time speaking up for yourself. This will help you clear any blocks in your throat chakra, your energy center in your throat, so you can fucking set boundaries with people and let them know you're not to be fucked with. Let me know which one you want to try and shoot me a DM because I love hearing from you guys and how this is supporting you.